You know what's good, YouTube? Kratoctavio here, back again once again, and today we're gonna go ahead and head into the cemetery, bury a few dead Pokemon, and see what we can possibly find throughout this tower. So let's go ahead and get this going with this creepy music. The outside world's music is a lot worse than the usual music inside the Pokemon Tower, in my opinion. And of course, we have our little rival Casey, who Pokemon is apparently dead. And yeah, it may not look like I have any dead Pokemon on me. That's because they're already buried, you bastard. And now you will die. You're gonna go ahead and send out like Firo, and I'm going to leave with... Oh yeah, that reminds me. After this battle, we need to have a quick party update. Just in case you missed the last episode. Which, looking at ratings, it kind of looks like a lot of people did, really. So if you missed it, it will be in the description down below, hopefully. It's going to be down in the doobly-doo. Did he just use Dragon Rage? I was kind of pianoing in midair, and I missed exactly what happened there, but it looks like he used Dragon Rage. Doesn't matter because Toothless gains a level. And we're going to go ahead and switch on out to Grayson, our Gyarados, who of course we'll go over real quick after we beat our rival. And yes, I know we are completely over level for him, but I didn't realize that you were supposed to take on him before you actually take on Erika. So, I apologize. That's always how I've done it whenever I played on my own. I always go Rocket Game Corner, Erika, back to the Pokemon Tower, then to Saffron. So, I'm sorry about that. But he does have a Magnemite, which would be able to one-shot us if we decided to stay in, which we're not going to do. We're actually going to go right back out to Toothless and go for the dig. While it may not be 4 times effective, as it is in later games, hopefully a dig will take out the Magnemite in of itself. Goes for the Sonic Boom, misses the Sonic Boom because we're underground, and the dig actually does take out the Magnemite. Kind of had to expect that when you're 10 levels higher. It's going to go ahead and send out his Sandshrew, which is fine by me because we can go ahead and send out Grayson. Yeah, this is a Grayson and Toothless battle already, I can tell. Bubble Beam should be able to take out the Sandshrew here, and it does. And his final Pokemon is an Eevee. You have your ace, let me go to my ace. And yes, I know it's not really fair to call one of my Pokemon my ace, especially if it isn't my starter, but it's a Butterfree. How can I say no to a Butterfree? Seriously, the Psychic one-shotted with a crit. How can you not love Butterball? But speaking of Butterball, Toothless, and Grayson, let's go ahead and look at them and a couple other members of our team. Okay, he apparently caught a Cubone. Why wasn't it in your party? If you have a Cubone, why isn't it in your party? Okay then. That actually makes no sense to me. Why would you say that you caught a Cubone, but you're not going to have it in your party? Cubone is nice to have. But what else is nice to have is the party that we actually have. Because we have Toothless, the Charmeleon, which you saw in battle leading, who has Dig, Dragon Rage, Cut, and Ember. Probably get rid of Dragon Rage for Fly and Ember for Flamethrower, and then we'll have his final moveset. Someone else whose final moveset is not set in stone is Butterball, the Butterfree, with Psychic, Poison Powder, Teleport, and Sleep Powder. I went ahead and looked at the TMs that we got in the last gym. It was Mega Drain. I was considering teaching that to Butterball, but might teach that to him later over Teleport, because Teleport's not going to be on our final moveset. Then we have Pixelmon, the Porygon, who we also used in the gym last time, with Psybeam, Thunder Wave, Thunderbolt, and Recover. I'm actually thinking that maybe his final moveset, we may get something else for his Thunder Wave, and if we can get a better Psychic type move for Porygon, then we'll do that. But if we can't, then too bad. We're ignoring Duracell. We're just waiting to replace him. And the final guy that you saw in that battle was our Gyarados named Grayson. Massive 91 attack stat and 74 special attack with Bubble Beam, Dragon Rage, Bite, and Skull Bash. We're going to be getting rid of Skull Bash for something. Bubble Beam's going to go for Surf, but I don't know what Skull Bash will go for. We'll see when we get there. So let's go ahead and switch our party around because we are going to be able to actually get a capture in here. Assuming we have Pokeballs, which we should. We have 11. Yeah, I think 11 Pokeballs should be good enough. What's she doing here? Okay, so basically saying that we need the self-scope. She's basically just saying that we have to have the self-scope to actually be able to see the Pokemon. And maybe we'll find out what dead Pokemon are actually here. Apparently there are none on the first level. And so far there are none on this floor, but we only just stepped in. And then this weird little old lady, the channeler, sends out a Ghastly. But we have Butterball with Psychic out front, who's just going to one-shot everything. Because Butterball destroys everything. And a couple episodes back, in case you missed it, I went ahead and gave Butterball the PP up on his Psychic because Psychic is perhaps the most broken move in this game. Besides maybe Earthquake, but that's why he has 2 more PP on Psychic than he normally should. But the Ghastly is taken out with the crit, which did not even matter at all. Butterball's not going to get a level. I thought he was about to, but that's fine. Butterball's fine as he is. And then let's go pick up this Hyper Potion. A little ironic that a healing item is in a Pokemon gravestone. There's another item down here. I didn't even know this. Okay, well, actually, our first encounter is going... Nope, no, that thing's dying. I don't care. I do not even care. That's a dead Weedle. If you like Weedle, I'm sorry, but we're killing this ghost of a Weedle. It deserved to die. I don't care. We got on our way of picking up this... That was a Master Ball. Let's go ahead and show you our new little item that we just picked up. This little old thing called a Master Ball. Not even bad. Got a Master Ball. So we're going to be able to get 2 Master Balls now. Which is always nice to have. That way if we run into something that we desperately want, but we're not sure if we're going to get, then we can just Master Ball and we automatically have a safe free Pokemon. But she's about to have a dead Ghastly because Butterball is just going to walk in here and Psychic everything. After I get Butterball up to level 33, I'm going to start switching everyone around. My goal for this episode is to try to get everyone up to level 33. I don't know if that's going to be possible or not, but that's what we're going to try to do while we make our way up the tower. Let's go ahead and take out the Ghastly with the second Psychic. Don't know how he lived the first one, but that's fine by me. Because all he did was lick Butterfree. I don't understand why these ghost trainers give out money. Like, I get it's like a code of the Pokemon world, but of all people, it seems like they should be the last ones to give out. Have we had a Psyduck? I know this isn't a new route, obviously. This is just a different floor, and they have different encounter rates. But, is this... Have we ever had a Psyduck? Yes, Psychoduck. I had to think for a second. We lost him before we even got to really use him. So let's just go ahead and step into the healing circle. Or purified protected zone. And let's go ahead and get healed up. Pick up this item down here in the corner. There's a lot. I'm going to make sure I get as many items as I can because you saw what happens whenever we pick up random items. We get a Master Ball. And we also run into a wild Grimer. I would actually not mind using a Muck in one of these games. Not this game, because... no point in it. I don't really see any point in it. But maybe later on. Maybe when Muck actually gets some decent moves. Like 3rd gen. I know 3rd gen's movesets are kind of booty, but... at least he then has Poison Touch, and we can get like a Fire Punch that can also poison. So, that's the thing. That's extremely weird to me. That caught me off guard whenever I was in a not Wi-Fi battle, because I don't have a... because I don't read at all, because I can't. I'm too stupid whenever it comes to that. But I was, I believe it was Inu. It was either Inu or RU. And I had a Muck. The moveset was Curse, Shadow Sneak, Fire Punch, and Ice Punch. And whenever I got Poison off with the Fire Punch, I thought Showdown was kind of derping out. I don't know what was up with that, but then I realized that I'm just an idiot. Which you should expect by now, and I feel like I have to sneeze, so if I sneeze... no, never mind. Kind of stopped it. That's a weird feeling. When you have to sneeze and you have to stop it to make sure you don't look rude or whatever, it just tickles your nostril. Anyways, before we continue talking about tickling nostrils, let's go ahead and switch Toothless up front. And then let's go ahead and pick up this item down here. Okay, what are we about to use? TM31 is... what is that? Mimic. No. Why do I have so many repels? Just toss these things. I don't use repels. I'd rather deal with wild Pokemon than have to deal with a repel. And I don't understand why. Completely useless item. Well, at least we can get some money out of it, so maybe not completely useless. Nidoran. I'm sorry, buddy. You didn't deserve to die. I love Nidoking, especially Nidoking Shiny. Nidoking and Nidoqueen both have some very good shinies. You may hear more about Nidokings, but I personally like Nidoqueens better. We're just gonna go out with Toothless, and then let's go straight for the dig. Normally, this would not hit the Ghastly because of Levitate, but because in 1st gen there were no abilities, he's not immune to ground type moves. So Ghastly is dead. Again, technically. I think if we run into any poison types, we have this in the bag. I don't know why I decided to come over here. Maybe to celebrate the death of Erika's Gloom that we destroyed last episode. But let's just leave it be. Just head on down to here. Okay, I think I'm starting to regret tossing those because you keep on haunting me. I had a Roadrunner. He died. And now his pre-evolution is going to just haunt me. Earthquah? Earthquah! Quah! Sound like a bird. Is there... I know flying has a subtype, has the subtype of every other type, but what's the flying ghost type? I really cannot think of it. I have no idea what a flying ghost type is. Or ghost flying type, if you want to be more specific. I mean, for the longest time, I couldn't figure out the ghost... not ghost poison, but poison flying type. Speaking of poison types, we're going to just run into a bunch of Grimers because I'm an idiot and I decided it'd be a good idea just to toss all our repels. The moment I toss them all... Now you're starting to see why this game does not stay. You know what? After we get out of here, we're going to deposit some of these items. But until then, we're just going to have to deal with all this because we can't even get past here without tossing an item. And it's just a stupid X attack. That is the most useless item in the game. Who even uses the X items? Maybe this thing will outspeed us. I hope it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's fine by me, so we're just gonna go ahead and be gone, intruders. And the ghost appeared. Self-unveiled the ghost identity. And it's a Marowak. Wonder what happens if you run into wild Marowaks in here before you face this ghost. Like, has anyone ever done that? Like, randomized it where Marowak will appear? It's gonna go for the... Oh, that was stupid of me. That's a... Thought that was a 2-hit move, but apparently not. I'm not gonna complain because we're gonna switch right out to Butterball. I know he's up to the level I want him to be, but I need to keep Toothless alive. It's actually going to go for the Lyra, which kind of sucks because I could have just killed him right then. The Psychic is going to take out the Marowak, hopefully. If it doesn't take out the I have no idea how long that mouse was on there. I don't know why it was on there, but... Sorry about that. Had to fix some things real quick, and like I was saying, I don't know how long the mouse was there, so I apologize if it was there for long. I did not mean to actually have it there. That was my foot that accidentally kicked it because it's on the floor. That way I don't accidentally hit it while playing the game. But that happened. I'm sorry. So let's just go ahead and head up to the top of the tower, but of course Team Rocket's going to be here. I mean, I know Team Rocket keeps on losing and losing, but they're actually doing more menacing things than Jesse and James ever did in the actual anime. But they're just gonna go ahead and send out Meowth as their first Pokemon. We still took quite a beating there. So that fresh water that we picked up earlier, let's go ahead and use it. I'm not gonna use a Master Ball on Meowth. If a Master Ball will catch anything, I mean, I know it won't, but why doesn't it catch Trainer's Pokemon also? Like, a Master Ball will catch any Pokemon at all. It's gonna go for the Screech, which is unfortunate because after this, we're gonna probably have to switch on out if we don't want to die. But Meowth is going to go down to another Dragon Rage. Toothless is gonna gain not enough to actually level up, but they do have the Arbok and coughing, or wheezing now. I kind of like Arbok's sprite. It's pretty good. It's gonna go for the Leer. He actually outspeeds us surprisingly. But will the Psybeam take out the Arbok? It will not. It will put it below half though, and another one should take it out. Hopefully the Poisonous thing doesn't poison us. It doesn't, thankfully, and the Psybeam does take out the Arbok. With a crit, even though the crit didn't even matter, so that's fine by me. What was the point of that, you may be asking? The same point that Weezing has to have a tumor that's very happy. That did far too much. Little side tumor looks far too happy to be there, and that's just kind of depressing. Let's just go for the recover. He's going to outspeed, but he is going to miss, so we're going to go for the recover, and we're going to get us all the way back up to full health. It's going to go for the Sludge. Hopefully this doesn't poison us. It does far too much in my opinion, but will the Psybeam actually take out the Weezing? It does not, unfortunately. It's going to go for another Smog. Hopefully we'll live this, don't get poisoned. We don't get poisoned, and we live it. Another side beam is going to take out the Wheezing, and Team Rocket has been defeated yet again. Pixelmon is going to actually gain a level, which is nice. And we're going to defeat Team Rocket with their lollipop. The rose always looks like a lollipop to me. I know it's supposed to be a rose, but it really does look like a lollipop. I don't even know how that song goes. Why am I trying to sing it then? Why do I do a lot of things that I do? I really don't understand, but people mostly sometimes like to watch my stuff. For some reason they didn't last episode, but I don't know. Sometimes just people don't feel like having to deal with this game. I didn't really get a chance to record it until 1:30 in the morning, but that's because I live with other people and I can't record in front of them, and they got home like an hour early. So I had to record it at night and make sure it gets edited tonight. So hopefully that will get done. If it doesn't, then the video is going to be up a little late tomorrow. Hope it's not too late for people, but hopefully it shouldn't be. After we heal up, I'm actually going to deposit a bunch of the items because I think that we might be getting close to the end of the episodes after I look and see how long we've actually been recording. So I'm going to pause right here, go deposit a bunch of the items in our PC, and then I will be right back. Maybe with the end of the episode, we'll see then. You already know by looking at the timestamp thing down there. So I'll see you in just a moment. So yeah, we've been recording for about 21 minutes now. When we went ahead and sold a few items, put a few things on the PC, but we've been recording for a little bit now, and I think that we're probably going to end off the next episode, and next time make our way back to Celadon City. Actually, do we take on Saffron next, or do we take on Giovanni? Not Giovanni, but Koga. I don't know, we'll see. But anyways, I've been Kratoctavio. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, smash the like button, subscribe, and come back tomorrow for some more content. Peace.